All right, we're going to go along to our bonus content this week, Jenni. Number 5. This was going to be my freak out last week, but I wanted us to have a longer conversation about it. In a previous episode, we talked about Anthropic scanning old books to train its model, but this is something different, or is it? I can't quite determine the difference between the two. Fast Company reported on a product called Asset Hub, built by a company called SimpleClosure, a startup that helps other startups wind down. There's an interesting concept. I'm going to be a startup to help other startups close. Anyway, the business for everything. This business, though, they help shuttered companies sell their internal data as AI training model. This means years of those Slack conversations, email threads, and meeting notes could be sold to AI companies looking for authentic organizational data to train on. About 100 deals have been processed so far. Payouts range from tens of thousands to well into six figures. One former founder sold what she described as a decade of internal records for hundreds of thousands of dollars. The employees whose messages are in those archives were not asked. The legal question of whether a company owns its employees' internal communications and can sell them is largely untested. SimpleClosure says that data gets anonymized before sale. Researchers and lawyers aren't fully convinced that covers it, especially for messages that touch on things we just talked about: health issues, personal information, sensitive business decisions. What buyers are getting is an unfiltered view of how real organizations operate. That's worth more to an AI company than most public internet data. The bigger question isn't about startups. Any organization running Slack or Teams now is sitting on a data asset its employees have never thought of as one. If the company gets acquired, merges, or shut down, who owns that archive? If it already has real monetary value, which apparently it does, when does the obligation to tell employees kick in? Jenni, are you surprised by this? Like, we work for ourselves now, but we've been employees before. How do you feel about this happening?
So this whole thing makes me feel really uncomfortable. And it makes me feel uncomfortable because it's the question of, can you sell employees' internal communications? Who owns that communication? Like the email, like that's the big question for me. I don't think it's ever been seen as data that's helpful before in that way. And I think that's a part of AI that is a big question. I agree that the data is anonymized before sale and therefore it's fine. I'm not sure I'm here for that. But my biggest question is why? Like, I get it if you're trying to train AI stuff or understand stuff, but if I was a startup, getting an insight into data of another company, I'm not sure why I would do. I'm not sure why that's helpful or what that's helping me achieve as an like, just because you can doesn't mean you should. I stand by Jurassic Park's ethos forever, but there's something about why I can't figure out why this is truly helpful for organizations. And I really don't like it. And I would like someone legally to figure out who owns the employee's internal communication and that selling of it. I think that's a massive legal question.
I think this shows that everyone and everything has a price. And as startups are winding down and they're selling these things off for parts, it's clear there's value there.
Yeah.
If it's training, whether it's ChatGPT or Claude or Gemini or whatever's buying it, maybe it's some other proprietary AI tool, whoever's buying that is getting data that they cannot get anywhere else. So that's where that value comes from.
It's also just the ethics. Like when you were saying about there was an owner of a business who said that one former founder sold what she described as a decade of internal records for hundreds of thousands of dollars. Like, I feel like that's not yours to sell. Like, I just feel like there's this greed element to this, which is what probably makes me most uncomfortable.
Jenni,
it probably goes to one of my values.
Are you saying people are motivated by money? What?
Some people are, and I think that's what's making me uncomfortable. Is this just feels greedy? It feels like a greedy thing, and I don't know how that's helping us move society forward. Maybe I've just got grand ideas of what we should do, but it feels dirty and greedy, and I don't like it.
I would love to hear from people if their company has a policy on this or has even talked about this, and if not, maybe this is a fantastic conversation to talk to your chief legal officer.
Yeah.
Like to truly understand if it could be that the company owns it, but the company doesn't sell everything that it owns. So maybe but it shows that maybe in certain cases, everything is for sale.
Yeah, I don't like it. But if this is happening to you, then let us know, because we would like to hear more about it. And maybe maybe you're listening to this and thinking, I don't know what you're getting so worried about, Jenni. It's absolutely fine. Calm down. Also, let me know, because I, might just be one of those days today.
But this is why I was freaking out about it. One, because I never thought of it before.
Yeah.
Then two, the audacity, but then the realization of, oh yeah, like when these companies wind down, they're looking to pay off all debt. Yeah. They're looking for value anywhere. They'll get it. And the fact that still the irony of a startup helping other startups close. Like that, that's just...
blows my mind. But you raise a question in there around if we think about 10 years ago, companies closing down, what happened to all that data? Like, where does
They're probably now wondering, why didn't we sell it?
Like, maybe they're all going to go back and go, hang on a minute, I've still got that on like a floppy disk.
Where is that server that somebody had?